Okay, so we're going to learn present continuous in this video. 1C, this is the pre-intermediate level, guys. The book is English file. So present continuous, as you can see, the formula. Formula, it means how to build it in sentence, how it looks like, right? How it looks like. So as you can see, the structure of formula, they're saying be, it has to be be, and then we should have a verb ing. So if I've got two things here, that will be present continuous. Here, I need to make a little bit more clarification because actually saying be is not the right way. It's actually, we should say am, is, are. Okay, this is the better way because when I say be, it could be was and were as well. Was and were as well. But if I say was and were, that's going to be past continuous. So when we say present time, then we're talking about am, is, are, because they are present simple of be. They are present simple of be, guys. So if we see in our sentence am, is, are, and verb ing, so that means there is present continuous. Example, I am sending. Look at that. I am sending. I am sending. Am and sending. Okay. If I want to make question, as you can see, am is are. Here's are here, right? You are going to put before the subject. Before the subject. So what are you doing? Not what you are doing. What are you doing? And obviously the question word you should put at the very beginning. If you want to make question and there is question word like what, why, when, how, you must put at the very beginning, guys. Okay. So here also there's a table. This is the positive plus sign. Plus sign, it means positive. Minus sign is negative. How to make a present continuous. Like I'm working. Negative, I'm not working. And if I say you, we, they, then I say are. Or negative, aren't. And then ing, as you can see, there's ing. If it's he, she, it, we use is or isn't. You see? So we've got am not, are, aren't, is, isn't. Okay, so it depends on the subject. So I, here you, we, they, right? And then we got he, she, it, guys. So accordingly, the M is are, you need to put the right way, guys. Yes, here's the M is are, and I am. And if I want to make question, as you can see, M is are. Look here, are is. We're putting before subject. Before subjects. You and he, they are subject. You're gonna do both. You need to put it before it. Like, are you working? Is he working? And how to answer? Yes, I am for positive. No, I am not. Yes, he is. No, he isn't. Right. So this is the structure. This is how to build, or this is how to recognize present continuous in the sentence. Right? But when we use it, how we use it, right? Present continuous, how we use it. So present continuous, as you can see, there are 3 points. 3 points. We use present continuous for things happening now at this moment. So while I'm talking, if something is happening, the progress, then I use present continuous. Like I am explaining this grammar. And you are watching this video, for example, right? So at this moment. Or we can also use, when we talk about temporary things that are happening around now, not now, around now, like this week, this month. Temporary is going to finish, not permanent. Temporary means like it's going to finish very soon. Example, my brother is doing, present continuous, a 2-month course in the UK. So after 2 months, it's going to finish. It's a temporary activity. So when you talk about temporary activity, then you use present continuous. For example, this week, my brother is not working. Why? Because he is sick. This week. Usually he works. Usually. Present simple. Usually he works. Permanent thing. But only this week, he isn't working. That's a temporary thing. That's why we use present continuous for that. Right? Number 3, to describe a picture, guys. When you want to describe a picture, looking at the picture, not your picture, another picture, looking at the picture on the wall and you're describing it, then we use present continuous too. Like in this picture, the woman is standing near a table. In this picture, the woman is pouring milk to the jug, and so on. Okay, so this is the 3 ways of using present continuous. We have got one more way of using present continuous, which is not said, which is not explained. It's in the level 4, but I can just stop very quickly. When we want to talk about future arranged plans, you see, when I want to talk about future arranged plans, it means specific time and place. Usually, that will be very clear. You arrange with other people. For example, I can say, I am flying to London on Tuesday. You see, guys? I'm flying to London on Tuesday. Or I am meeting my friends at a cafe, at 5 p.m. tomorrow. You see, very specific arranged plan. I'm flying to London on Tuesday. I am flying, present continuous. I am meeting is present continuous. I am meeting my friends at the cafe at 5 p.m. present continuous. Why we're using it? Like on Tuesday is future, 5 p.m. tomorrow is future. Why we're using that? Because that's arranged. When I say I'm flying to London on Tuesday, that means I've got the ticket. Maybe I've booked this place in London. Everything is arranged. Everything is organized. You understand, guys? So when we want to talk about organized, arranged future plans, we also use present continuous. We're going to learn this in detail in level 4, in a way, intermediate level. Okay, so the first part is done, right? The first part is done. So now we're moving to the second part, which is present simple or present continuous. So they're kind of trying to explain the difference, right? Present simple and present continuous. What is the difference, right? So present simple, we learned in the previous topic. Like do, does. When you see do, does in question, do or does, that's present simple, guys. Like what do you do, right? Or like I work, he works, for example, right? I'm just going to remind you again. If it's he or she, it, we say work, and then we add s. This is for present simple, positive only. This rule only present simple, positive. Negative, don't or doesn't. So when we have this, it's a present simple. And present simple, we use present simple here. Again, they're telling you things that are generally true or always happen. Always happen. It means like a routine, something repeated, general information. General information. When we talk about that, we use or we must use present simple. We must apply in our language, right? Like, what do you do? Like, what is your job? I want to ask about your job that you do. You know, I work for an IT company. Look, I work for an IT company, like a permanent job, right? Now, we use present continuous for an action happening now. You see, there must be now or at this moment. Now, when we say now or at this moment, we must use present continuous, guys. And as you can see, number 2, what are you doing? Look, what do you do? That is general information. I'm asking generally, what is your job? But when I say, what are you doing? That means you're doing now what? Exactly now, what are you doing? And B saying, I'm checking my messages. At the moment, I'm checking my messages. And number 3, point number 3 here, we normally use verbs which describe states or feelings. Non-action verbs. we normally use verbs which describe states and feelings. So non-action verb, guys, like want, right? Want, need, like. They, I mean, you can't feel the action for them, you know? They're state verbs, or sometimes they're feeling verbs. These verbs, we don't use present continuous, right? No present continuous with them. Like I'm liking, no good, guys. I am liking. You cannot say. I am wanting. We don't say that. I mean, usually, right? Usually or normally. I mean, in higher level, we're going to teach some cases when you can use, like, I'm wanting to know. Sometimes they use it, but later on, this is in the higher level. We're going to come to that. But we're talking about the normal case. Normal case, want, need, like, hate, love, understand. These words, present continuous, no, they don't like it. Okay? So like, I like this painting. See, when you try to understand, this is happening like now. Like I'm before the painting. I'm saying I like this painting. It's happening now, but I use present simple. I'm not saying I am liking. It doesn't sound well, guys. So I like this painting. It's beautiful. And that's it. So this is the explanation for 1C. Now we're going to jump on the exercise side of it, right? The next page, if you go to page 127, you should get 1C here. And we're going to do exercise. Let's do that. So 1C, right? A, part A. There are two parts, A and B, right? So A is asking us to write sentences with the present continuous. Present continuous, use contractions where you can. Okay, so we're going to do that. So to have bigger space, I'm going to, clear this B side first. Just give me a second. There you go, like that. I think that's better now. And I'm going to start working on it. So minus, it means negative. So it's snow. It isn't snowing, right? It isn't snowing. Plus, it means positive. So Oliver is he. So Oliver is he. So where is the verb? Present continuous. We're being asked present continuous. So I'm going to write the formula of the present continuous first for you. Present continuous. To make present continuous of the subject, obviously, I'm going to add subject, right? And then plus, I must have am or is or are. One of the three, right? And then I'm going to use, if I want to make negative, I'm going to add not, obviously. If it's not negative, we're going to put verb plus ing, guys. This is the formula, right? So Oliver, where is verb? So wearing. Oliver is wearing. Number one, Oliver is wearing a suit today. You see, Oliver is wearing a suit today. Contraction. If I really want to make contraction, I do what? I do apostrophe S. Oliver is wearing a suit today. That's also fine, guys. Number two, question. It's hot. Why wear a coat? Right? So here, I mean, it's hot is going to stay as it is because it's a complete sentence. It's hot, right? It's hot. Now, why? It's a question for present continuous. So question word, we're going to write it like that. And then now I must use am is are before the subject, right? So if you is the subject, then I should use are. So why are, then subject. Why are you, present continuous, wearing a coat? You see? Why are you wearing a coat? There you go. Right. Number three, negative. Jane sit in her usual place today. And that's minus, guys. Yeah, minus. So Jane is girl, which is she. So if it's she, we use what? We use isn't. Negative. Jane isn't. Where is the verb? Sit. So we must make ing because the present continuous. So Jane isn't sitting, right, in her usual place today. You see, guys, we're talking about temporary thing. Today, not usual place. So temporarily different. That's why I'm using present continuous. Jane isn't sitting in her usual place today. Number four, that's a positive. Hey, you stand on my food. So that's easy. I'm going to, hey, you are. right? I mean, I can say you are, that's also fine. But if I want its contraction, so apostrophe re, you are standing on my foot. Okay. So we're using exclamation mark here. This is exclamation mark, guys. Exclamation mark, because this girl is emotional or angry. You know, when you are angry or when you are happy, we use exclamation mark, guys. Huh? I'm going to write it down here. Exclamation mark. This means this mark. Exclamation mark, guys. Question mark. You can write like that. Question mark. Okay. It's like this. They're important. I mean, in writing, question mark, exclamation marks, they're important. Especially question mark. When you make the, when you're writing question, you got to put the question mark in writing, guys. Anyway, 5. Here's a question mark. What book you read? You is subject. So if it's you, we use are. The number 5, like what book are you reading? You see that? What book are you reading? Number 6, positive. We rent a small flat at the moment. Present continuous. We're being asked present continuous, guys. Yeah, present continuous. So number 6. So we, it will be are. If I want to make contraction, we apostrophe re. We are renting. So ing. We're renting a small flat at the moment. That's it. Number 7, question. She wear makeup. So she will be is. So we're going to put is. We don't have the question word here, like why, how, when, what. We don't have the question word. So if there is no question word, we're going to start with am, is, are. Why am I starting is here? Because she, he, she, it. We're going to use is. So I'm going to put is before she because that's question, right? Is she. Now I must use wearing, present continuous. Is she wearing makeup? Okay. Is she wearing makeup? That's it. And number 8. Number 8. I plan a trip to the USA. So I, like that. You can say I'm contraction, or I can say I am. Okay. So let's start to use contraction here because English people, they use contraction a lot when they speak. So like I'm planning a trip to the USA. Okay, I'm planning a trip to the USA. Right. Your brother work in London this week. The question. So your brother is he. Your brother is he. So it will be is your brother. Yeah. Is your brother working in London this week? And question mark. Okay, guys. Number 10, negative. So we're going to handle that as well. They. So they is plural, obviously, right? So when it's they, we use are not, but the contraction is better. So aren't. They aren't. Obviously, get is the verb. So we're going to make ing. They aren't getting on very well at the moment. One of the important tips here, guys, when you do, or whatever you do, actually, when you do grammar, for example, do it aloud, like I'm doing it now for you. Well, obviously, I'm doing the video for you. That's why I had to talk. But even when you do exercise, whether you do the workbook exercise or the grammar exercise, you have to speak or utter aloud. You have to speak like Oliver's wearing a suit today. It's hard. Why are you wearing a coat? While you're writing, you need to keep speaking it. So when you do that, then you can imagine how much time you are spending on speaking. So this is how you improve your speaking skills while you're doing the grammar, guys. Yeah, be smart. Be smart. Don't just put on the music and then just copy and paste. It's not going to work for you. While you do the grammar, speak, say aloud. Whatever you're writing, say aloud. So in this way, you are having two things. One stone, you're hitting two birds. Okay, guys. So now A is done. Now I'm going to clear everything up and we're going to tackle B now, guys. This is a little bit more challenging now, guys, right? Why? Because Now we're being asked present simple or present continuous. Now you need to think, you need to use your mind a bit. And present simple, that's general information. We said it. We use it present simple for general information. Do, does, or I work, he works, she works. I don't, she doesn't. This is present simple. Present continuous we use for something happening, continuous, progress, activity. And that will be done. M is are and ing. And that's it. So here, the girl in the painting is playing. So why am I using present continuous here? Well, because I am describing a picture or painting. And as we agreed earlier, when I want to talk about picture, painting, we must use present continuous, right? Yeah, number three. Number three, can you see that? To describe what is happening in the picture, present continuous. That's why we're using present continuous here, guys. Number one, my dog's not dangerous. Look, my dog is not dangerous. I'm just describing my dog, general habit. Yeah. So because I'm talking about the habit of my dog, I say what? He, present simple, obviously. He doesn't bite. He doesn't bite. So doesn't, why I'm using doesn't? Because he, she, it, we use does or doesn't, guys. Now, number two question. Look at that. Why use sunglasses? It rained. So that means I'm asking the question, wear sunglasses right now, at the moment. So that will be present continuous. So for you, we use are. Why are you? The first verb is wear. For present continuous, I'm going to make wearing. Why are you wearing sunglasses? Because it's raining. Rain. So like, it's raining. Why are you wearing sunglasses? It's raining. Now it's raining, so there's no need for sunglasses. That's the meaning of it. Number three, you can turn off the radio. Not radio, huh? Don't say radio, guys. Radio is no good. You can turn off the radio, not listen. So, and it means like I'm talking about now. So I'm not listening to it. I'm not listening to it. Number four, need you to find a cash machine. Sorry, I need. So need is the state verb. Even though I'm talking about now, I can't use present continuous with need, like want, need, understand, like, love. They are state verbs, non-action verbs. So we're going to use only present simple with that. So I need to find. Number five, be careful. See, when I say be careful, I'm talking about something happening at the moment of time speaking, right? I'm talking about now. Be careful, the baby is putting your pen in her mouth. Is putting your pen in her mouth. Number six, cook. As a question, you, usually. We got usually, guys. When we have usually, that's a adverb of frequency. We use it with present simple, guys. Always, usually, never, often, hardly ever. These adverbs we use with present simple. So if it's a present simple question, I must use do or does. And we got the subject is you, so I use do. So do you usually cook? Do you usually cook at weekends? No, we normally. Normally is also like usually, same meaning, adverb of frequency. So no, we normally eat out. Present simple, eat out. Right, 7. Do, so here, look, here. That means like I'm present continuous using, like I'm asking now. Do, so what are you doing here? What are you doing here? So try to understand the meaning of it as well, right? When you want to select which tense. What are you doing here? This is happening now. And then the girl, wait, the verb is wait, right? So I'm using the verbs in the brackets, by the way, guys, yeah? Brackets, look. All the verbs are in brackets. I'm using these. If you haven't understood, what am I doing or where am I getting this verbs from? I'm getting from the brackets, guys. Do and wait. So here I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Emma. So let's make like I'm waiting for Emma. Now usually, we got usually again. So that will be present simple. So drink. I usually drink tea. This is my permanent habit. but like today, look, temporary thing, but today, want. So you should, because when I say today, temporary action, I must use present continuous. But want is non-action verb. That's why we can't use present continuous, guys. So we still use present simple. So today I want. Today I want a coffee. Number 9, she is an administrator, right? She from 9 to 5. So this, I'm talking about permanent job, permanent activity, not temporary. I'm talking about the general routine. So she works, present simple. I don't say she work, present simple, guys. Don't forget that. This is the only for present simple. Positive, huh? Not negative, not question. Present simple, positive. He, she, it. I must add s or es to the verb. So she works from 9 till 5. Right? Number 10, live and work. Mark in Paris. So this is a general information. So Mark, again, look, lives. Because why? Mark is he. He, she, it. Mark is he. John is he. Kate is she. My mother is she. My father is he. Huh? So when we do that, we need to use s, present simple. Mark lives in Paris. But so at the moment, now, temporary act, temporary action. At the moment, he's working. He's working in Nice at the moment. And that's it, guys. Yes. So in this way, we've finished both A and B exercises. 1C is done. In the next question, sorry, in the next video, we're going to tackle 2A because unit 1 finished. 1A, 1B, 1C finished. And that's in the, on the YouTube channel. You can watch it. Next video, we're going to start with 2A, inshallah. All right. Thanks for your time, Daniel. Have a good day. Bye-bye.